Hi, Glenn Wallace here with the Old School Effects Rootless Tree Overdrive. I got this from a buddy of mine named John Newsom, plays guitar for Casey Donahue, and you'll actually see a lot of these Old School Effects pedals on a lot of Texas Country Guys boards, but you don't see them a lot of other places. It's a small company here in Texas. All his pedals have really funny names, the Rootless Tree, or the Indigenous Donkey, or the Fat Penguin. This is the only one that I've ever owned, and it is definitely a unique kind of overdrive. So I'll just get right in. I'm playing my Nashville B-Bender Fender Tele with Lawlers in it into my Fender Deluxe Reverb mic'd with an Audix i5 straight into Pro Tools. Here's the clean tone. All right, so I've got everything set to 12 o'clock on the Rootless Tree. Here it is. Okay, so already you might notice it's pretty soft as compared to my clean tone. I have the amp set at 4, and that's kind of weird. I thought something was wrong with it when I got it, and then I read a statement by the builder, and he said he actually made it on purpose that way. Apparently having a lower amount of output changes the style of gain that the pedal will produce. So, as you can see, if you go all the way back with the volume, I mean, there's nothing in there. So maybe aside from playing at bedroom volumes, I really don't know much use for being back there. In fact, the pedal really doesn't start to kick in volume-wise until you get up to about here. Now you can really hear the sound of the pedal, and it sounds really good. And let's just go all the way up here. So that's kind of cool. You can push the volume knob all the way up. There's a lot of pedals where you can't do that unless you have the gain all the way down, but as you can see, this one's at 12 o'clock. So I'm going to duck the volume back to 3. I'm going to move on to the tone knob. All the way back. Fairly dark actually takes out some of the volume too. Go up to 9 o'clock. Not a whole lot of difference right there. And here it is. All right, you heard 12 o'clock. Let's go there. Okay, starting to sparkle a little bit more, up to 3 o'clock. All right, so much more sparkly, and even a little bit of gain saturation starting to come in from the treble. All right, there we go. So that's the tone all the way up, and it's not too much. So again, cool, another knob that you can push all the way. All right, so let me duck the tone back to where I start to notice it myself. And here, I'll pull the gain all the way back. I'm actually going to pull the volume all the way up so you can hear it. So it definitely warms it up a little bit, but there's not really any saturation on there. And if you listen, my actual clean tone is louder than that. So there's that weird volume thing again. All right, pushing it up to 9 o'clock. There comes a little bit of the dirt. little more dirt. Little more dirt. So it keeps getting a little more each time, but as you can see, it's nothing excessive. And all the way up. So not a whole lot of gain on board, and actually here's something I notice is kind of weird. Maybe you can hear it. So if I'm right here, the sound of the gain to me is different than the style of gain when it's all the way up the top. It sounds a little more saturated around here, and then a little more like just a clean boost pushed all the way up here. I don't know what that's about, but it's just something that I noticed. And then of course, you can push all the knobs all the way up, and here's what you get. So that's pretty cool. You can push every knob all the way up and it's not too much. This pedal's whole thing, to me, seems to be subtlety. It's not too much volume, not too much treble, and not too much gain. The low volume thing did kind of throw me at first, but after you get used to setting it, then it's pretty cool. So use with other pedals. And that's where I really kind of got past this low volume thing. So of course, as always, I have my trusty J-Rocket Silver Archer set to a clean boost setting. Here is just my bypass tone without the Archer. And with the Archer. Let's throw in the Rootless tree, and I'm going to kind of have to dial in the setting as I go along here. So see, I'm softer than my Archer. I got to kind of move it around. So still not too much, but a little more saturated. And one of the things that was important for me to figure out how to set was to get a nice unity in between, on the volumes in between the Archer and then when the Rootless tree was on. Because it can be an always on pedal, but it's nice when you can have options for different tones. So there's the Archer, Archer with the Rootless tree. So if you set your Archer or your Klon style clone pedal as a clean boost and you do this setting on the Rootless tree, you should get a nice unity volume, so you don't have to worry about your gain being way softer or louder than your clean boost. Okay, so next pedal to match it up with, of course, as always, my favorite, my Timmy. So here's the bypass tone. Here's the Timmy. I've got a pretty light gain setting on here. And that's a little too light. Let's push it up. All right, here's the Rootless tree. All right, here's the Timmy. I've got the treble cut at like 8 o'clock, the bass cut a little above 9 o'clock, the volume's at like 10, and the gain's at like 11. Okay, so I actually don't like that as much as I usually like how the Timmy mixes with other pedals, but I do have it after the Rootless tree. I usually will have it before another pedal, and I've done it with it before, and it does sound different. I have it after. I got a really great sound at a gig the other night with it after, and honestly, I should have taken a picture because I just don't remember what it is. So let me dial the gain back on the Timmy a little bit, get a little more kind of light gain setting, and do my favorite pairing with the Archer and the Timmy and this guy. So here's Archer and the Timmy together. And thrown in the Rootless tree. So it sounds pretty good. It's a little compressed for my taste, but it still has a pretty great sound. And like I said, with the Timmy before the Rootless tree, it's got a totally different sound. I'm just not going to unhook everything just to do that. But if somebody really, really wants to hear it, leave a comment, and I will go ahead and do a video that is just that. All right, so a couple other effects with it. Tremolo, Strymon Flint. Sounds pretty good. All right, actually here it is with some reverb. I mean, not that that's a, huge effect to be like, ooh, check it out with reverb, but I just really like the reverb on the Strymon Flint. All right, here it is with the Boss vibrato. And with the new Wampler, am I saying that right? Ethereal reverb and delay pedal. Really cool one. I'm going to do a video on that soon because I love this pedal. And last, I almost forgot, it does have good cleanup too. So here, let me just set everything all the way so we get this pedal maxed out on crunchiness. then I'll back off the volume knob a little bit. A little more. So there it is, the Rootless Tree by Old School Effects. Check them out. They're very cool pedals. They're all very cool colors, and they have very ridiculous names, which I find entertaining. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Have a good one.